Good afternoon or good evening, everyone, or to our friends in Ukraine. Good morning. Hi, Tanya. My name is Sophia Sharon. I am an ESS teaching alum, and I'm also working at the foundation with Inya Chahade that I have here. I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming you all here to the first ever ESS Connections event. We're bringing together people that were interested in ESS, are interested, and those that have already experienced the wonderful 3 weeks that UCU puts together for students and native speakers. To go a little bit of housekeeping, as you can see, all of you are muted. Because of how successful this event has been, we have 70 wonderful people with us here today. But that means that there can be a lot of talking over each other. So we're going to keep our microphones muted. And if you'd like to say something, please refer to the bottom bar of your screen where there are reactions. And there you can raise your hand like this. If you have a question, absolutely please put it in the chat, because towards the end of our program, we'll have an extended Q&A session with our ESS admins, where you'll have an opportunity to ask all your questions about ESS past, present, and future logistics or philosophical questions there. So as you're hearing more information, and if something piques your interest, please refer to the chat here, and you can insert your question, and we'll try to get to all of them as best as possible through the course of the program. Other than that, please we'll listen, keep our hands, raise our hands. And just so everyone is aware, this event is being recorded for our friends that couldn't make it this evening. So if you do have to leave, or if there's someone that would like a recording, please share their email, and they can receive a recording from the foundation in a couple days. So to outline the program a little bit for today, we have first, our wonderful Inya is going to speak from the foundation. Inya is our Chief Growth Officer and a marketing guru. She has been an indispensable help with the orchestration of this event, and continues to be a great guide in steering the foundation and our community of supporters here in the States that help the university. So she's going to speak a little bit about the foundation, our work, and how we're helping Ukraine. Inya, the slovo.
Everyone, it's so great thank you, Sophia. First of all, great to see all these new faces. Just I was about to type something, so if you want to put your name, where you're from, and if you did participate in ESS, what year you participated, it'd be great to see. I know we have people from all over the United States here today with us, and we're really thrilled to have you. I'm not going to speak very long, but I did want to give some context for everybody about who we are. So we are the UCU Foundation, Ukrainian Catholic University Foundation. Our headquarters are in Chicago, and we have staff pretty much all over the country. And we work with our US-based donors. We write grants to foundations. We work with corporations to raise funds for the university. So our mission is to support the mission of Ukrainian Catholic University in Lviv, which has been doing amazing work. And so we're just so delighted to be able to do various types of events. This is our first of this kind, and we hope to make this certainly a tradition because of the great interest that we've had from people all across the country sharing how wanting to help in some way. And this is a very tangible way that you can help our students who are really required and have been for many, many years required to learn English as part of their curriculum. So UCU is really at the forefront of this in Ukraine as a higher education institution to incorporate English language and the learning of that throughout the students while they're attending university. And so we depended on, of course, wonderful staff, but also volunteers from all around the world who've helped us in these efforts, and we'll go into more details. So again, just quickly about the foundation, we do lots of kind of cool things. We have events coming up in the fall. In New York, November 5th, we have a banquet, Chicago, San Francisco at University of San Francisco, an event in Philadelphia in the spring, most likely will be in Naples, in Florida, in February. And I also did want to quickly mention that UCU is going to host something called UCU Days at the end of August. So August 29th through September 1st, many of which are events that you can plug into online. And they're planning a first ever UCU TEDx. So a full day of really interesting presenters, alumni, faculty, outside speakers, and they're planning a full TEDx day. So maybe some of you would be interested to plug into that. And so how do you find out about this information? Well, somehow you connected with us today. We do have, the university has Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn platforms, as well as, and we do as well. So UCU Foundation. So please find us and follow us, and we'd love to connect with you further. And UCU is just doing, there's so much to talk about, and I don't want to take too much time, but we have academic partnerships. We're very closely partnered with the University of Notre Dame. We have partnerships with other institutions. We have students who have been coming from Ukraine to campuses here. So I want to give you the a picture that we're very much, you know, Ukraine, of course, our beloved country is there, but we're very connected. And through our foundation, there's a lot that's taking place. And we encourage you all to learn more about how you can become engaged with us, again, through these various platforms. I am going to quickly introduce a very brief 2-minute introductory video. So it's the university and our foundation, all of 2 minutes. And so without further ado, I'll ask Serge to put that up, and we can all watch this. It's just a 2-minute video.
Education means something different to every one of us. It's a chance to grow, to solve problems, to invent, build, and excel. But here at Ukrainian Catholic University, academic achievement aligns with a deep purpose. As the first Catholic university on post-Soviet territory and the leading independent university in Ukraine, their mission never wavers. In every academic program, students are taught a core idea: to empathize with those in need and take responsibility to improve the human condition. And UCU education is rooted in service. Their students learn to serve others, to take their education to the world. So when the world came to them, they were ready. Undaunted, they volunteered. They provided refuge, supplies, and healing. They served their fellow citizens. They served their country. And remarkably, they never stopped learning. In between air raids, in basements, and in many service learning models, they continued to bring their lessons to the places where they could learn the most, and to places that needed it most. They understood that not if, but when the war is over, educated, ethical, and passionate individuals will be a leading force in rebuilding Ukraine. Because of what UCU does here, they will be ready. Witness, serve, communicate. Learn more and donate at ucufoundation.org.
Thank you so much, Enya, for that really moving video. That was fantastic. So that's a little bit of a nutshell about how the foundation fits in with the university and how their missions are really work in tandem for the greater good of Ukraine and its youth. As always, feel free to reach out to Inya or myself if you want to get more involved in the foundation's efforts throughout the year, or if you just want to volunteer, or if you feel called to support. That's what we do. So feel free to reach out throughout the course of the evening. Next, I want to invite we're very, very blessed to have her. I want to invite Tanya Basiuk to speak a little bit. Tanya Basiuk is the head administrator in the Center of Modern Languages at UCU for ESS specifically. So for many years, it was under Helena Korichka, and now Tanya has taken the helm at a kind of very pivotal moment with COVID and with the full-scale invasion to lead ESS into kind of a new chapter when they're going to be serving students at this very critical moment. So Tanya, proszę do słowa.
Thank you very much, dear friends. My best wishes from Ukraine, best wishes from fighting Ukraine. I'm very pleased to see some familiar faces in the screen, also names. Yes, as Sophia mentioned, English Summer School has existed since 1995. Yes, and I have been running the school for the last 4 years, and challenging years. I can admit that we have faced COVID and then full-scale invasion, but we didn't stop thanks to the hearts of our volunteers from abroad. We managed to hold the school online. So thank you very much for this, for your support, because I can see the teachers who helped us during our online sessions, and those who are coming this year. And this year, despite difficult times, we decided to hold the school in person. And luckily, we have those who are coming, and we believe that everything will go smoothly. And a few words about ESS. It's the project that is aimed at not only maybe boosting our students' knowledge of English, but the main thing is it's to expand our students' horizon. It's cultural awareness, and it's also it's to make friends. And I know that the experience of our students and of our teachers is unforgettable. So English Summer School is something that is the best part of their educational curriculum, and they always have sweet memories of this. So our dear friends, so just a few words about the school. The school runs this time 2 weeks. It's in summer, and it's in Brюховичі. It's a beautiful spot in just 10 kilometers from Lviv. And we have this thanks to our foundation. We have the possibility to cover our teachers' I guess it's location and its meals. We can cover our teachers staying the period of this time at the university, in our English Summer School. And if you would like to know a little bit more about our schedule and about our classes and maybe some demands, you please feel free. You can reach me, and Sophia can share my email, and it would be my pleasure to tell you more, to go into detail and tell you about the school itself. So thank you very much one more time for being here and supporting Ukraine.
Tanya, thank you so much. Tanya, could you say a couple more specifics about the dates, the location of ESS this year, and what is your goal for educating students in English?
Yes, thank you very much. So the dates for this year's school is June 19 till July 2nd. So at this time it runs for 2 weeks. Yes, and the aim, first of all, our student during the semester, they have English as the part of their curriculum for 3 times a week, but they do not have such a possibility to speak with native speaker and to boost their speaking skills. So that is why for us it's a great pleasure to invite our teachers, our volunteers to come, yes, and to have classes with our students. So we give freedom for our teachers to build the class. We assist with different materials. We assist with some pieces of advice from our side, but also our volunteer teachers who come, they hold the classes. They also offer some additional courses, which are called electives on different topics. So I can say we have very busy days when our teachers teach, speak English, only speak English, which help us, our students, to be in this, English speaking surrounding. And believe me, after 2 or 3 weeks of taking part in ESS program, they think that they are fluent at English. So, but it's not only English, it's not only gaining knowledge in English, it's also cultural awareness. It's when they can share their experience. And especially now in time of war, believe me, our students are ready to share all the challenges that they have faced. And I just, after watching this video, I would like to share one thing. When there was the first air alert and we had to go to shelters, and I remember going down the stairs, I found my students singing national anthem. I can say that with such students, with such people, we can build not only nice society, but we can change the world.
And that's so true what you said about that's so true what you said about the lessons not being just about grammar and vocabulary, though there's a lot of that, but about expanding students' horizons so that they can serve their communities. We're going to hear a little bit from a former ESS student in a couple minutes, and she's going to talk about her experience and how ESS has changed her life. But Tanya, I wanted to ask some more maybe practical questions. What is the preparation period? Like, do you need a teaching degree to teach at ESS?
Thank you. Very good question. So actually, we do not we do not actually demand any teaching experience or teaching backgrounds. If there are those who can join our program with teaching experience, it's awesome. We welcome it. But ladies and gentlemen, if you do not have any teaching experience or any teaching background, don't worry, because we have the team who assist our volunteer teachers. Yes, we help to build the class, and sometimes we also offer teachers to co-teach. So if we have a bigger number of volunteers, so we try to pair them up, and they help each other during the process, during the lessons, so they have this possibility to co-teach. So teaching experience is not like the priority for us. For us, the priority for you to come to share your knowledge, your experience with our students, to speak with them, to make them speak, because we also have higher level of students at the university, and we offer them different other language schools of other languages, but we also have the students of intermediate level, and we are aiming at helping them to overcome the barrier of speaking, to make them feel comfortable in the world.
Yeah, at least that was my experience, is that the students had great English, but they were just embarrassed to speak. There's a social barrier. What about, I understand, I'm so excited that there's ESS is happening in person this year. That's such a boon to people, not just that Ukraine has financial, but also moral support, that people want to be together. but I'm wondering if what are the what are the online teaching opportunities for those of us that maybe they can't go to Ukraine on short notice?
Yes, actually, like as I've already mentioned, for the last 2 years, we have had online session of ESS. So we tried to adapt it to this physical one, and I can see some names here, so they will be able. I would be happy if they share their experience of helping us online. But also, if there are people here who would like to help us online, we also have such a thing as evening tutoring. Evening tutoring is a face-to-face sessions, which can be held not only in summer, but during the semester, during the year. So just very briefly, it's when our volunteers offer the time when they are available. Usually for us, it's in the evening for our students because they study during the day, and you provide us with the link how they can contact you, and you speak with the students for 20 minutes, just about everything. So it helps them again to overcome this fear of speaking English. So we would welcome this like opportunity in our university, and we encourage you to join us and to help our students if you are willing to help online. So we will offer also, we are working at changing our programs so that our students have this opportunity not only in summer, but during the semester. So as soon as the changes are ready, we will let you know, Inya or Sophia will let you know, and you will be able to join us and to help our students during the year. So it's like to have speaking sessions with our students. There is no need to prepare anything in advance, just to meet with the student and to talk to them.
Right, and I even remember, like, it seems kind of silly from ESS that you would just go on an evening walk, right? For an hour or 20 minutes it was supposed to be. It seemed kind of awkward. You met with a stranger and you walked and talked. But those were some of the best memories of the whole program, was you got to talk about anything and everything. And you got to learn who this person was through their own cultural lens. And you got to learn about them and their culture in the same way they were excited to learn about Americans, or in my case, Canadians, right? And learn about Canadian culture and Canadian social way of thinking.
And it's
There's a really cool program at UCU that I've heard called the Writing Lab. So maybe those of us that have like a lot of great business writing experience or writing at higher education levels, is there a way to help students there?
Yes, I would also like to add that we welcome this. If you are talking with a student and you see that the student is making common mistakes with grammar, with building the sentence, please correct our students. They are there to be corrected. Yes, because sometimes they can build some cumbersome sentences as we just use in Ukrainian. So it's speaking, but at the same time studying. So if you, I will definitely, if you need some like further details, or please just reach me or Sophia, and it would be great just to tell you more about this.
Awesome. Дуже дякую, Tanyo. Oh man. Later in the program, we'll also have a Q&A session where we'll be able to answer all these questions in the chat for you guys. But for now, I want all of you to hear from a former ESS student who's very dear to lots of us at the foundation. And she's going to talk a little bit about her experience and how it changed her education.
Hi everyone, I'm so happy that I have this opportunity to talk in front of all of you. I even don't know who is here, but I'm happy that I can share my experience of being part of ESS program. And I think first of all, I want to say that the English summer school was a great time for me. You know, I was a student, I was head of the student government and head of the student brotherhood. And even though I was that active in the student life, I think I would never have this experience of being a lot of students together for 3 weeks in a row. This school was a great time for me to get to know students more, my group mates, my teachers, and also it was a great place and a platform for people from United States and from Ukraine to meet, like to talk, to get the real culture, you know, because you can watch movies, you can talk with native speakers, I know, somewhere in the clubs, but when you live together, when you have the supper, the dinner, lunch together every time, you have parties, you have games all the time together, like you can be sure that that's a place when you can really get the experience of American culture, and for you that will be great experience of Ukrainian culture, because it's like 24 hours, 7 days in a row, like not even more, like three weeks in a row, you see each other, you talk and you communicate. So this is a great experience for students and for you as well, especially during the war. I think you will see like how Ukraine resists, and you will be part of this. And I'm sure that's also good for you as well as for us to learn English in this, I don't know, natural way, just while speaking and reading and writing and all this stuff. And I don't know if I can motivate you and engage in this summer school. I would share my story. I had a great teacher of English in the English summer school, and I remember for me, I had always a dream to study abroad, to study in the United States, but I always thought that my English is bad and I would never be able to manage, like, live in the country where everyone speaks English. And you know, this language barrier was so big for me, and I was really afraid of that. But my teacher, she always said me, like, you can do this, your English is perfect, like you can speak, you can improve yourself. And then she said, you know, I think you should apply for some program in United States. And I applied for Fulbright, and I remember I wrote to her that maybe you can check my essay because I'm not sure whether I write well or something. And she helped me with this. And this is just a small example how this networks, how this communication, it was like few years after English summer school, still worked for me. And I don't know, this even just few words that you can do this helped me a few years ago. And now I am Fulbright student and I study social work. And this is just few weeks that changed maybe my life, maybe it was a step forward for this education. And I believe that people who get education abroad, they can share different experience, they can improve and implement the studies, the experience we get somewhere else into Ukraine. And especially during this time when our experience, our knowledge are so important. And also I want to say that English summer school was a great space for us to share our experience and to see that this distance between countries, and this, maybe I was always worried that this is two different countries, how I can go to another country, how I can speak English all the time. But in this 3 weeks, just something changed, and I realized that actually speaking English every day, it's not that hard. So the connections and all this stuff is so much important. So I believe that everyone who would be teaching English summer school will do some great stuff for future of Ukraine. Thank you.
So that was Haile Didula. I realized I didn't introduce her, but Haile Didula comes from kind of like a teacher, one of the first students at Ukul, with actually my mother's, they're part of one of the very, very first was one of the very first classes that graduated from the university. And since then, I think that Halia, along with 3 of her other siblings, attended Ukul. Like you heard, she was the head of the student union, the co-student brotherhood, and head of the student government. And then she just finished up a Fulbright in Chicago and headed back to Ukraine a couple weeks ago to be with her family. Halia is one of the most selfless people I've ever met, and wants to use her gifts to change the orphan and foster care system in Ukraine. And she's used her English studies to learn the ways that that's done in America and how changes can be implemented in Ukraine. So now I want to transition to our long form Q&A session. So I've seen a couple of questions here in the chat. Feel free to send them all in now too. As we still have Tanya on the line, and she can answer all of your questions pertaining to ESS. Logistical questions, like I said, philosophical, emotional. And we were also really lucky to have some alumni here who can also answer questions. So that will be, to do this, we'll be breaking everyone into 2 breakout rooms. There will be one that is labeled Q&A, and then another one labeled alumni. And this is for those that are that have maybe gone through ESS and just want to reconnect and share their experience with each other. So there'll be a little bit of discussion, a little bit of reminiscing, a little bit of nostalgia, and we can all just reconnect after so many years apart. So you feel free to participate in either one of these sessions, and we'll open up the rooms in 1 second. Is anyone having trouble joining their discussion room?
Yes, I think we might need some instructions of how you join.
Okay.
So specifically telling people, do they just click on the blue join button?
Yeah, I think the blue join button is the best way to join for most people. It should be, if you're seeing my interface might be a little bit different than everyone else's, but mine pops up when I click breakout rooms at the bottom tab. Is anyone still having trouble?
I don't have a blue button. There's no button for me. I can't hear you. Let's see. What
I'm
is the
sorry,
problem?
I was unmute myself. Which room would you like to go to, Carol?
The Q&A.
Q&A. There you are.
Ah, now I have it. Thank
You got
you.
it. Yeah, you got it. Anyone else? Tanya, do you want to go to the Q&A room? And
Yeah, but the thing is, I cannot see anything just except your picture. I cannot see. Can you assign me to this
Yeah.
to this room? Okay, thank you.
yeah. Hi, Jim. I think you're free to unmute. Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
I just see your face like before. I don't have any options on my screen.
Okay, can I assign you to the Q&A room?
To the rookies room, yes.
The rookies room? Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
I don't seem to be able to be assigned to a room. I don't see any option for that.
Okay, Barbara, would you like to go to the Q&A room?
Oh, wherever you want to put me.
All right. Morris, would you like to go to the Q&A room?
Yes, please.
All right, you got it. Oля, can I put you in the Q&A room as well? Okay, these people might also have stepped away. Robert Marco, can I put you in the Q&A room? Ryan Nichols, can I put you in the Q&A room? Okay, I think. Cindy, I'm going to go to the Q&A room, check in there.
Robert, can you hear me? This is Serge.
Okay. I'm sorry, I got kicked off for some reason. Does anyone know what happened?
No. Why don't you change your name? You're still Joe Salamini.
Yeah.
I think everybody will start coming back. So
Okay.
just give them time.
It
That's
seems
okay.
like, yeah, it seems like that just everyone was doing well with the discussion, like talking.
Yeah,
So it wasn't like they're-
we have a larger group, then there's a lively discussion there. So let's give them a couple of minutes. So yeah,
Okay.
good job so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're the only ones here. I think Robert.
I think Robert might have stepped away from his computer.
Yeah. So yeah, no, fantastic. What do you think?
I think I haven't been this nervous since a presentation in school a couple of months ago.
That means it's genuine. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome Larissa. Welcome back.
Yeah, I think I'm prepared.
Can you?
Tell the other room I'm close.
Yeah, can you log into the chat rooms and just let them know? You know, we'll start transitioning to the main room.
I guess almost everybody is here.
Almost. The breakout rooms are closing in 25 seconds, so we will have everyone come back to the main room.
Okay.
Just be patient for 20 more seconds.
Right.
I think our group's all here because there were 6 of us, so we've now joined. Oh, and maybe the other group, yeah, everybody's filtering through. So, Sophia or Talma, can you put your email into the chat in our group there at? Just wanted to make sure I Sophia's email. So for anybody interested in volunteering in any capacity, Sophia Ron's emails in the chat, and we'll add Talma's as well, so that.
Yeah, I'll put my password. Oh, sorry, I don't know my password. I'll put my email in the chat just so I'll reach it out. Yeah, and as a final little thing, we're going to be doing a kind of surprise little lottery giveaway with some UCU swag. So each of you, one of you in your respective cities will be the only one with an UCU branded piece of clothing or a piece of merch, whether it's like a Yeti mug, Yeti style mug, or a beanie. You'll get to represent the university from far away.
Actually, Sophia, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'll just add, we have an online store of UCU wear on our website. So you can go there, ukufoundation.org. And then I don't know what, you'll find it. So we have all kinds of stuff there you can order for kids, you can even get gift cards if you want to gift somebody that. So we're delighted to be able to offer that with all different logos and things like that. There's some cool stuff there. So please, we'd love for you to be our ambassadors, and I'd be remiss as a marketing person to not mention that. But yes, for one lucky winner today, you'll be getting something. So Sophia, I'll let you do the.
Yes, we'll do
it.
But before then, I want to do a quick pitch So the foundation, we're a great community of supporters, volunteers that in the US that support our students that are programming in Ukraine. And to that end, we have lots of events like the ones that Inya mentioned, but also ones where you can just stop by and say hi. So a couple weeks ago, I was at the New York Ukrainian for the St. George Ukrainian Festival, like in the East Village in New York. So we had a stand. Oля Zarichinska and I were there handing out some info, just saying hi, spreading awareness to festival goers. And luckily that is not the only one we were at. So we were also in Philly, and I'm going to be in Yonkers June 15th to June 18th. So there's that weekend. We'll have a table, we'll have some more information for your friends and family or for you. There are reports about the impact of our donors and all kinds of interesting statistics. And honestly, I'll also have coloring books and some candy. So if for nothing else, stop by for those. So come find me in Yonkers, and then never feel shy. You can always say hi, no matter what event we're at. Other than that, we also have a great community of we have communities like local communities of supporters in cities, and we call these the Friends of Ukul committees. To that end, they put on great events like the luncheon at the University Club in New York. We get great speakers to come in. If you're interested in being involved that way, if you love event planning, marketing, helping shape Ukraine's future, then get involved with our Friends of committees. But other than that, Serge is also going to put some links in the chat. So our online shop, as you can see, our Oля earlier in the chat also put our Instagram and Facebook. So stay up to date there. If you just like some little flashes on your stories of things that we're doing. But without further ado, we're going to do a kind of Wheel of Fortune style drawing for Busweg. So unfortunately, these are all the participants that registered. These are not just the ones that logged on today. So we might get a couple duds. And if so, then we'll cycle through until we get someone that's present. So they get the present. Let's see. There we go. I'll share my screen. Can everyone see this okay? Yes.
That's kind of cool. I've never seen this before. Okay, spin away. Okay.
Is Katya Gardner with us tonight? God.
She may not be able to unmute herself if we're all muted, so.
That's true. Let me, I'll check the list of participants. Katya is not with us tonight. I guess we'll have to spin again. Melania, are you with us? Okay, let me check. Yes, Melania here. I can ask you to unmute.
Hi, Fee. Hello.
Hello, Melania. Here, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Congratulations. So we'll get you some cool swag that you can, where are you from?
California.
Oh, perfect. Even better. So you can rep us out in California. We have a bunch of...
Thank you.
Yes. Serge, here, can you unmute? Oh, you just, okay. Yes. So for all of our friends that weren't able to come tonight, there is a recording of this event that will be going out in the next couple of days. So feel free to share with all your friends that you think would be interested in this program. Obviously, you now have our contact information. So if you have any questions in the upcoming weeks, ask away. If you want to become involved, obviously we're here for you. Were there any outstanding questions before we end for the evening? Shadas, I want to say thank you to Tanya for being a trooper and staying up until 3 in the morning to be with us and tell us about ESS. Thank you so much. You're a gift to us.
Thank you very much, dear friends, for coming. It's great honor, and it doesn't matter if it is in the middle of the night. It's great pleasure to be with you and to talk to you. And as soon as we organize the next English summer school next summer, if you don't mind, Sophia will share your emails, and I will share, if we have another call for teachers, it would be great to have you in our team.
Very good. Yes. And if you feel inspired by this evening, feel free, Oля and Yuba have shared some great links in the chat that you can materially support our students. All right. Thank you again to everybody that came tonight. So glad to see some new faces and old ones. It's always a joy to meet people that share the same love for Ukul that I have.